Good evening, I'm Maggie, the founder of Thinking Heads. I was adopted from a rural village in China when I was 18 months old, and this largely shapes my why to increase access to education. There are millions of children who have a similar origin story, but the main difference is that they are prevented from attending school. One day, 6 years ago, I was in my dad's office thinking about the need for schools around the world, and I remember asking him, what if we 3D printed them? Students often walk upwards of 5 miles to the nearest school, and even then the school is overcrowded. Traditional construction methods will take months or even years to build. We seek to change this. By leveraging 3D printing, we can build schools in a matter of days, lower costs with economies of scale, and reduce waste. Perhaps you may have heard of us once or twice, but we're still in the fundraising stage. This evening, we're trying to reach a funding goal of $180,000, which will transport our printer from Malawi to Madagascar. Now you'll get to meet my friend Ella to learn more about what's in store for the rest of the evening.
Welcome to our virtual summer benefit Love Thinking Hats. Tonight, we are fundraising to support our first 3D printed school to be built in Madagascar this autumn. Over 290 million students worldwide lack the necessary infrastructure to attend school. In Madagascar, 1.3 million students do not have access to education. Due to severe overcrowding and long travel distances to the nearest school, students are prevented from attending school. In Madagascar, there is a need for over 22,000 schools. Students often walk over 3 miles to school. When they do arrive, the school is overcrowded and not suitable for learning. There's not enough investment in education. The reality is that students will drop out to work in the mines or get married to support themselves and their families. Now you may be wondering, what are we doing about it? We are leveraging 3D printing technology to build schools with communities more quickly and at less cost. Our first 3D printed school will be built in Madagascar on the EMIT University campus. We envision a world where infrastructure no longer prevents students from receiving the education they deserve. Our hybrid design features 3D printing concrete walls and locally sourced materials for the rest of the school. How are we different? We are dedicated to employing local labor and working with established on-the-ground partners who will maintain our schools and supply teachers. By working together, we will tackle the global education crisis. We believe in building a future where opportunity is paramount and education is pivotal in shaping a brighter world for generations to come. From lifting economies and eradicating poverty to creating opportunities, education changes lives. Children are empowered to dream of what they could be. This is only the beginning, and we hope you will join us in achieving our vision. Tonight, there will be a table read of the film's second act and a silent auction. Make sure you are registered to bid. 100% of your donation this evening will help us build our school in Madagascar.
An alternate universe cast today who will be playing the roles, and I will introduce them to you. But before we start, for those of you watching, this is a benefit for Thinking Huts, an organization, a nonprofit that is going to be making a 3D printed school in Madagascar if we don't screw up this table read. So just think about that. No screwing up.
No pressure, no pressure.
Yes. Because also, for those of you tuning in and watching, normally we would do this in a room all together. So if someone, doesn't remember their cue, you nudge them. Here we just yell over the internet to all the various states that we are recording this in around the United States. It won't be perfect, is what I'm saying, but try to enjoy. Okay, so playing the role originated by Jennifer Lopez, no pressure, is Kelly Hugh.
Hi.
Playing Zoe is Amy Okuda.
Hello.
Joan is, forgive me if I don't pronounce this properly, Kearran Giovanni.
That was perfect.
Okay.
Thanks.
Trey is going to be played by Adam Ferrara. Anderson Clark by Ludwig Manukian.
Excellent. Good morning.
Hildy by Dagney Kerr.
Morning.
Chase, Joe Adler.
Hey there, how's it going?
Ron is Adam Sinclair.
Hi, hello.
Playing a couple roles, Felix Herman and Edward Taylor is Scott Takeda.
Hello.
And Mr. Weisskopf and Vondell will both be played by Doug Spearman.
Hi.
Susie, Shaniqua, and Otto. Triple threat, Nicole J. Butler. Helping today. Arthur Cole and Dilly will be played by Jeremy Cohenour.
Right.
Did I get that right?
You did.
Okay. Reporter, Justin, chemist one and technician, Dominic Burgess.
Hi.
And from the movie, reprising her role as Big Aunt and also playing Claire and the receptionist, my dear pal Dierdre Friel.
Hello, so good to be back.
And last but not least, also from the movie, reprising her role as Ariana, Charlyne Yi. Woo! All right. I am now going to call up my script. If I can get there. Hold on, here we go. All right. Last I checked, the movie was still called Second Act, written by Justin Zackham and Elaine Goldsmith-Thomas, directed by me. Okay, we are starting on Queens, New York Street at dawn. Maya Devia, 42, pretty fit, runs down a blue-collar street as the neighborhood begins to awaken.
I know that many people believe in fate, and trust me, there are times I wish I was one of them.
Maya waves to a friendly store owner opening his shop. Maya enters, grabs a water and wrapped ham and egg beneath a small plastic palm tree with Maya's H&E written on it.
Thanks, Justin.
You got it, babe.
I believe we create our own fate, that our lives are shaped by a series of choices, one decision leading to another, bringing us times of great joy or years of regret.
We're on an Astoria Park bench and Maya crosses the street and sits on a city bench beneath a tree. Her world seems to slow as she takes a sip of water.
I've come to understand that it's the journey through all of these decisions that paints the clearest portrait of who we really are.
Almost unconsciously, she rubs her hand across the well-worn pommel of the left armrest. Then with a deep breath, she jogs away.
In the end, it's up to us. We get to write our own story.
We're in Trey's bathroom. Maya stands under a running shower. Her boyfriend, Trey Evers, 38, pulls back the shower curtain holding the ham and egg with a candle on it.
Can't buy yourself a birthday breakfast. It's against the rules.
I hate birthdays. Love you, though.
Want some?
She reaches for the sandwich, but he pulls it away.
I'm not talking about that.
She pulls him into the shower, kissing him.
Maybe we'll get lucky this time.
We're in the bedroom. Maya dresses in the mirror as Trey enters and his looking in his jeans, looking for his shirt to put on.
Hot outfit.
I need to look professional.
Relax, okay? Everybody there loves you.
I don't know if I can do this. I mean, every other manager in the company has a college degree.
Okay, I would argue that 15 years experience is worth 10 degrees.
Not to these people. But thank you.
Comforted, she heads out. We're in the kitchen hallway. Maya gets her bags and stops by a small potted plant, a ginkgo tree. She rubs her fingers on a leaf and speaks under her breath.
I need you today, Abuela.
Trey enters.
Don't forget, they need you more than you need them.
I'm just trying to stay focused. Keep my eye on the ball.
Did you just sports metaphor me?
Oh, God.
Oh, you just take it one game at a time.
What if Weisskopf doesn't like me?
It's a game of inches. You give it 110%.
I'm ignoring you. Do you like, it's an honor to meet you, Mr. Weisskopf, or does that sound too,
Ask
you know?
Izzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to get this straight.
All right, come here. Look at me. The only thing that has a prayer of stopping you is you.
I'm going to be late.
You knock 'em dead.
Your ass looks good in those jeans, by the way.
What, again? I am not a piece of meat. All right, we gotta make it quick. Come here.
Go. Goodbye.
She takes a minute and gets going, steps off a bus outside the value shop and walks towards a giant warehouse where we hear.
It's an honor, Mr. Weisskopf.
The
Sam-
honors are.
Sorry. Sam Weisskopf, CEO, stands with a young man in a bow tie, Arthur Coyle.
To show you what we've been doing at Value Shop 151.
The honor is ours. Take note, Arthur. Ozone Park Value Shop outsells its nearest competition twice over.
Let me show you why.
Maya walks with Weisskopf and Arthur through the enormous warehouse of food, electronics, and household supplies.
It's no secret the challenge for brick and mortars are the online outlets, the Amazons, eBays. So we started to think, how do we fight them?
And
Welcome to our online store.
6 staffers are fulfilling phone orders.
It's what sets us apart. Wasn't it you, sir, who said we live in a multiple universe?
did I? That was a good one.
In the latest newsletter. So my best friend, Joel Volpentesta, fellow employee, sends her son Dilly to the store with his cell phone so he can hold up every single cut of sirloin for her beef brajol. And that's when it hits me.
Live feed. Interesting.
From home, our subscribers can pick an exact fillet of salmon, the third lemon from the back, anything they need. They shop before noon, we deliver by 6. 20-mile radius. Expands our community, expands our volume.
And expands our profits nicely.
Huh.
Anyone thirsty?
We're at the Double M Cafe, located at the back of the store. A few early shoppers stand at the coffee bar beneath the sign that reads Double M Cafe.
Double M?
Monday Moms.
Everyone turns to see Joan, 30s, Maya's best friend. She's colorful both in language and dress.
Meet the aforementioned Joan.
Now, oh, okay. So I have 2 kids, deadbeat ex, and I was, sharing my woes with a few other mothers, and Maya thought we should start a weekly bitch fest.
A social club. Catering to the Monday moms or dads. It started small, the hour after Monday school drop-off.
We vent, we shop, we bitch.
And it just grew.
We talking staff or customers?
Both.
I look shocked as a short, squat woman, Susie, walks over. Tight pants, lots of jewelry and makeup.
Susie's here.
Yeah, for seasoning.
Susie Tablitsky. I call it value shop therapy. We're like shopping friends. We swap stories, coupons.
Husbands.
You wish.
If they listen to us, this moisturizer sucks. That one's overpriced. The rotisserie chicken's as dry as my,
And that's why we got rid of it. Yeah.
I don't know what to say other than Arthur's going to be extremely fortunate to have you as his first lieutenant.
The news hits Maya and the other gals hard.
I'll leave you guys to get to know each other.
Mr. Weisskopf, could I have a moment?
You can have 2.
Thank you. I prepared for this meeting for many weeks.
And you did great.
I put 15 years of my life into this store. And since becoming assistant manager 6 years ago, sales have increased a record pace. I mean, no disrespect, Arthur, but what do you know about this store or the customers who shop here?
Specialize at team building.
Arthur's MBA is from Duke. I think you'll find that he's the best man for the job.
No, sir. I am.
Where did you go to college, dear?
I have my GED.
Well, I respect that. I do. But we have minimum job requirements in place for a reason.
And what is that reason?
I want you to know how much we value you and your loyalty.
Off Maya as Weisskopf walks away. We're on a train platform. Maya and Joan come up the stairs.
It's just a title.
It's everything.
It's one thing.
You'd think that management would want somebody from sales in that position.
Okay, look, perspective, right? You got Trey. Hello, amazing boyfriend. You know he's ring shopping, right?
He's what?
Shit.
Why would you tell me that?
Look, I said shit, okay? And hello, after 5 years together, this cannot be a shocker. Come on.
It's not about... He wants kids.
And that's bad because...
Look, we're not talking about this right now.
Okay, look, newsflash, you are 43 today. Okay, but we can call you 42, it's fine. Who even knows if you can still get pregnant?
Wow. I thought I felt bad 10 minutes ago. Look, I worked hard for that job, Joni.
Okay, how do I say this nicely? I guess I don't. Get fucked up, then knocked up after the party tonight. You can use the guest bedroom.
Wait, what party?
Shit, okay.
What party?
Okay, look, just do me a favor and act surprised, okay?
Surprise! We're in Joan's house, blue-collared live-in, split level, decorated for a party.
Joan told me this morning.
Narc.
In the house later, the party's in full swing until Trey quiets everyone.
All right, if we can pipe down, please. Thank you. I'd like to tell you a couple of things about the birthday girl. Now, back when I was coaching Babe Ruth League.
Oh, here we go.
There was this Friday night game at Pensacola Field, and this one kid goes down on a cold third strike, and suddenly there is this shrieking from the stands. Some crazy lady all over the ump. Now, in fairness, she wasn't wrong. This guy was dropping more calls than AT&T. But she wasn't letting up. So I turn around to look at this wacko, and bam! She is beautiful. She's brazen, and she's completely on fire. And if anyone, any corporate dickhead who doesn't appreciate how amazing she is, well, babe, I just want you to remember.
It ain't over
Till
it's over.
Dilly!
Everyone oohs and ahs as Maya embraces Trey. Joan's son, 18, eccentric, tech genius, puts on a song. Trey and Maya dance slowly as the others join in, and we are now out on the front steps as Maya and Joan sit, finishing a couple of beers.
You okay?
Room.
Damn right. Who?
Them. The educated people in their fancy houses who, I don't know, name their kids after flowers and climb Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, screw her.
Doesn't it bother you that because you didn't go to college when you were 18, you can't qualify for a job when you're 40?
Look, since when is the world fair? Though the fact that your godson's going to Stanford on a Google scholarship helps even things out. Look, it's only a title, Mai. It doesn't define you.
Says the woman who can't say her son's name without mentioning Stanford. And why shouldn't you? It's just, you know, I always thought I don't know.
Is this about Sarah? Look, you did the best you could, okay? At what point do you forgive yourself?
Maybe it's time I stop banging my head against the wall. The world tells you enough times that this is who you are. Maybe it's time to listen.
Tons of other jobs out there, Auntie M.
Quit eavesdropping.
One wish for your birthday.
I wish we lived in a world where street smarts equaled book smarts.
You did the best you could.
I gave it 110%.
We're in the value shop staff room. Maya and her team of department heads sit around a table.
I've always liked the idea of round tables. Now, as a boy, my favorite stories were Miss Davia. A minute.
Expressing her humiliation and annoyance, Maya follows.
Well, I'm aware you wanted this position, and what's more, I sincerely believe you deserved it. For me, this is just a springboard into corporate, but I promise you this. When I get there, I'm going to take a good hard look at any policies that keep out someone with your temerity.
Temerity.
It means spunk.
I know.
Yes, your ideas, while rough, still have merit.
What's rough about them?
But when you roll your eyes, you are trivializing a team building exercise, and that divides us. You're my right hand. We're all at the same table. Now, as I was saying, I'd like us to think of ourselves as knights, each with our own wisdom and fiefdoms. So, Sir Vondel Jones, you are our knight of legumes. And Sir Alex Gibeon, knight of meat.
What exactly is a legume?
And Shaniqua Harris, you are the knight of hummus.
I run the dairy.
Joan appears at the door and gestures to Maya. Maya walks out.
Apparently, I deserve this.
All right, look, some lady from Franklin and Clark called for you about a job interview.
F&C? The ones who make half the stuff on aisles 7, 8, and 11?
Okay.
I didn't apply for a job there.
Actually, you remember your little birthday wish?
What? Dilly?
Relax. Okay, look, he used your legal name, Maria De La, whatever, and he put you up for some jobs, okay?
I didn't ask him to.
No, look, it's up to you now, babe, okay? Grow some balls, or you can spend the rest of your life with that ass wipe.
Yep. Okay, we're on the Queensboro Bridge in a subway car. Maya, back in her business suit, rides the train across the Queensboro Bridge into the city of imposing skyscraper. We're in the main lobby of F&C. Maya walks through the other candidates, half her age. She eyes them, they eye her as she approaches the receptionist.
Maya Devilla? Sorry, it's under Maria Vargas. I got a call from...
Your interview's on the 59th floor. Thank you.
Maya, as she gets off the 59th floor, a zen-like lobby with muted feng shui colors. Maya's heels echo as she walks to the other receptionist.
Hi, I'm
Miss Vargas. Yes, he's expecting you.
He?
We're in Anderson Clark's office. Views for days, mahogany furniture, blah, blah, blah. I'm not describing it. And then Anderson gets up and says,
I'm Anderson Clark.
Clark, as in Franklin and Clark.
My grandfather wanted to be Clark and Franklin, but he lost the coin toss. Still steams my clams. Come in. Maria.
Call me Maya.
Then call me Anderson. Have a seat.
Are you? I mean, you're the head of the... Yeah, I just assumed that human resources would
Your
be
resume interests me. You come from sales?
15 years. I'm sorry, what is this position for?
I've often thought sales should have a greater voice in product development.
I couldn't agree more.
The market's only getting more competitive.
And consumers are getting smarter.
Do you live in the city?
I'm between apartments.
Family?
Just me.
Zoe, mid-20s, beautiful and composed, enters the room.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you had a meeting.
Maya, this is Zoe, one of our vice presidents. Maya works for Sam Weiskopf.
Indirectly. Hello.
So what are you guys talking about?
I was thinking about bringing Maya on for a consultancy.
You were?
Wow, you must have a lot of experience in product development.
I'm sure she's well versed in the efficacy of our products. Maya?
You want me to... Okay. Off the top of my head, your Mountain Rain Shower shampoo is excellent, though we only stock the regular version. Men's shaving gel really moves, especially the menthol. Fresh, bright, and white toothpaste are big sellers, but the skincare line is, you know,
Yes.
a little behind the competition.
Can you be more specific?
You launched Avocado Jojoba last spring, and we only moved 1,353 units, 70% under the typical range. We had to RMA the remaining 7,240 back to you.
Just off the top of your head.
Can I talk to you in private?
Why do you think it didn't sell, Maya?
Well, it's just that your organic line isn't actually organic.
Are you kidding me?
Look, I don't want to insult anyone. And I know my credentials may not be what you're typically looking
You're right about that. Harvard undergrad?
I'm sorry, what?
Wharton B School, consultancies in marketing and sales at Value Shop, and countless others. Then there's your philanthropy, all the work with the Peace Corps, and of course, I think you got to see her Facebook page.
Her Facebook page?
My Facebook page?
Clips of her Facebook page where she is summiting Kilimanjaro.
I've been training for Kilimanjaro for months.
Is that right?
What do you think, Zoe?
I think I've seen enough. Thanks for coming in, Maya.
We're outside the World Trade Center as Maya emerges, Googling Maria de la. Now she sees the article after article of herself that Dilly made up.
Shit!
She heads for the subway. We're now in Joan's kitchen. Joan is making some cookies with Otto, her 5-year-old son. Maya enters.
You don't look happy.
She doesn't look happy.
I'm not happy.
Did they like you?
Well, they think I'm very accomplished given my MBA and stint in the Peace Corps. Who can blame them?
Peace Corps?
It's all there on my Facebook page.
When do you have... Dilly!
We're in the dining room. Joan and Maya come in.
Do not move. Did you make a Facebook page for Maya? And don't lie.
Yes.
Okay, well, that was easy.
It's not just my Facebook.
Some credit.
He goes to a website and pulls up her alternate persona. We see article after article of a very long named person.
This is a work of art. I give you a completely new identity. You got your own Wix site. There's social, corporate.
Why, Dill?
Your birthday. You wanted to be fancy, so a Cinderella to your ass. Well, I did. I was going to use your porn name, but you don't use your legal name anymore, so.
My porn name?
First Pet First Street.
First Street. Mine's Fluffy Valley.
It's a whole new you, but it's still you because it's your real name. We got your school records, employment histories. The FBI couldn't debunk it. It's basically real.
Except it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Out. You retouched her rack, didn't you?
Not bad. But you know what? None of this matters. I'm not getting the job anyway. Look, next time I start birthday wishing, hit me with something.
Bulbous Cockburn. My porn name.
We're in the Value Shop, Double M area. Monday moms are sitting in a circle. Arthur is trying to conduct the meeting.
Okay, so all in favor of renaming to Morning Masticators? Raise your hands.
It just sounds like...
It means eating. Calling it moms is sexist against men.
You're a little stupid, aren't you?
Remember, you're my right hand.
I think he uses his right hand a lot.
Maya's phone rings. She walks to the corner.
Hello? Yes? Yes. Thank you. Okay, I will. Absolutely. That was F&C. They want to hire me.
I thought the skinny bitch kicked you out.
She did. I basically dissed their entire skincare line.
Okay, maybe it was some kind of test, like they wanted to see if you're a straight shooter.
I am. Well, except for the whole lying about every last part of my life thing.
Okay, the lie opened the door, but it was you who got the job. You know you can do this. And think of it this way, you may never get another chance, okay?
Ms. Davia, a minute.
Excuse me, Arthur. I've been thinking about everything you've said over the past couple of weeks.
Good.
And I'm just not ready to be your right-hand man.
You're quitting? Are you quitting?
Best of luck to you.
He turns and walks away.
Pretty tough out there. They don't just hand out jobs to women your age.
Maya walks right up to him.
I don't have my hand out, just one finger.
Joan quietly fist pumps and mouths, yes!
She just masticated his balls. Did I use that right?
All right, we're in the value shop registers. Maya strides down the cashier lane as some big music kicks in. She's got her vest on. She tosses her thing up in the air and it hits Joan on the head. That's from the movie, not from this. She smiles at them, turns right, and smacks right into a chain for the aisle close sign, which knocks her down. Then she's back up again, a bit wobbly, and she makes a hasty but triumphant exit. We're at Fordham Field, where we find Trey, the assistant head coach, sitting atop a dugout, spitting seeds as the team goes through batting practice.
Light him up, Lucas. Good eye, baby.
Good ass.
Who are you talking about?
Who you think I'm talking about? Team's looking great, babe. You guys are going all the way.
Yeah, well, we'll be happy just to make the tournament. There's a lot of good teams to beat.
No, they don't have the best assistant coach in the country.
I like your confidence.
I like your...
Ass, yes, I've heard.
I was gonna say smile. Hey, I got some really good news that I want to talk about.
Yeah? Well, that makes two of us.
Full moon?
Perfect. Let me just finish up here and I'll see you around 8.
Perfect.
We're at Full Moon Pizza. We have Maya and Trey in a conversation. We see them through the window and we are now inside.
I can't believe you said yes.
I know. My head is still spinning.
You're going to come clean, right?
I admit the way I got in was less than honest, but what I did in that room, I can do this.
Okay, all right. How about you take the offer, you leverage Value Shop for the promotion they didn't give you. And this could be a good thing, you know.
I quit this morning.
You what? Busy day. You know, I would have thought you wanted to at least run one of these huge life-altering decisions by me first. You know, that's what I've always been. That's always been our problem. You know, you don't include me the way I include you. I mean, that's what I was going to do tonight, but I don't know. I don't think we, it's...
What? Tell me, please.
Pulls out a ring box. He places it on the table.
Oh, baby.
He doesn't reach for the box. The awkwardness is palpable.
Never seems right, does it? I mean, you know, we're not young anymore.
Maya's eyes fill with tears.
I want a family. Kids. And I want them with you.
She doesn't say anything. He pulls his hand away, taking the ring box off the table.
I don't think we could do this anymore.
We're at Joan's house. Joan opens the door to reveal Maya, tears in her eyes, holding suitcases. Joan hugs her as Maya begins to sob, an unspoken moment of understanding. We're in the bedroom in the morning. Maya stoically pulls a second-hand business jacket over a prim blouse. The family is heard throughout the house.
I'm going to Carmine's house.
I'm picking Odo up from saxophone at 4. Sorry.
I'm leaving Wednesday. It's my last chance. Ow. Okay, 4 it is.
You look like Mrs. Doubtfire.
trying to look respectable, not too slutty.
Don't worry, that outfit's like dick repellent.
What's a dick repellent?
Out.
What? You say bad shit all the time.
Okay, get off your freaking jacket.
That's not even a word.
Okay. Try plan anything other than that. I'll be downstairs, and wipe that face off your face. Okay. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Maya rolls her eyes and looks in the mirror as Joan exits. Suddenly, Push It by Salt and Pepper begins to play.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Yes, push it real good.
We're in the kitchen. Close on Big Ant's caboose, defying gravity as it gyrates clockwise. All the girls are cooking and starting to sing.
Yo, 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 baby bop.
Yeah, you come and give me a kiss.
Better make it fast or else I'm gonna get pissed.
Can't you hear the music pumping hard like I wish it would? Now push it.
Push it real good.
Guys, it's not 8th grade again. I'll be fine.
Get up on this. Boy,
You really got me going. You got me going.
I don't know
what I'm doing.
Yay, Zoom!
Yes, they're so bad, they're good. And they can't help but laugh. We're at the World Trade Center. The song continues in full as Maya pauses in front of One World Trade. She looks up. Here goes nothing. We're on the 59th floor reception. Maya sits waiting near a security desk. She picks a mote of lint off her skirt while arguing with herself. Finally, she stands to walk out when?
Miss Vargas?
Maya turns to see Ariana.
Hello.
I'm Ariana Yi, your probationary assistant.
Ing?
Like working, dating, sobbing.
You can call me Maya.
Yes, Ma'am. Yep. This way, please.
Ma'am.
Leads her back to the hallway.
Are you Southern?
Oh no, I mean I went to Vanderbilt. I didn't really fit in. Even the Quidditch team thought I was weird. You didn't ask me any of that, did you? So sorry.
So you just graduated?
Mostly. I mean, yes, I did. There was an incident. Some of the school statues needed some repairs, but I am paying it off. Oh, I was valedictorian. Am I scaring you?
Not in a bad way.
There you are.
Turn to see Hildy wearing, anyway, she emerges from the office.
I'm Hildy Ostrander, your DE.
Nice to meet you, Hildy. DE?
Development Executive.
Yes, Miss Ostrander came from F&C from Vassar via Pfizer. She is the head of development for the entire East Coast division of...
Say less, dear. This way.
They're led into Maya's office, a spacious and tastefully adorned corner with a vertigo-inducing view of the city.
Wow, this is...
I know. We'll get the decorators up so you can fix it.
It's pretty great.
Cancel the decorator. Oh, Mr. Clark's office sent down the keys to one of our corporate apartments in the city. It's comfortable. I just wouldn't advise turning on a black light. Ariana?
Yes?
Please come in here.
Suddenly, the motorized shades begin to drop over the windows. Maya looks at Hildy.
She's afraid of heights. We were hoping to dazzle you. Alas.
How long have you worked here?
Oh, she was talking to me. 3 months, 13 years. Oh, sorry, 13 years.
Great, because I'm here to work my butt off. So, any wisdom you can impart?
We can start with the morning meeting.
We're on the F&C stairs. Hildy leads Maya down a marble staircase to the zen-like foyer. Ariana follows, taking notes on everything.
Development kicks off the new quarterly cycle today, so your timing's perfect.
What cycle?
It was men's grooming, but they switched it to skincare at the last second.
You're kidding.
I don't want this to sound like anything but constructive advice.
Shoot.
We've never had a consultant in development before. They'll be looking for any excuse to tear you apart.
That's comforting.
We're in the executive boardroom with lab-coated scientists scattered throughout. Hildy and Maya enter. The door closes behind them. A thump is heard as Ariana walks right into the other side of the glass door, not having seen it. Hildy motions to Rob Ebsen, officious, ambitious, talking to two execs.
That's Ron Ebsen, the other DE.
He's cute.
He knows. He'll come over as soon as yep, brace for impact.
Hello, you must be Maya. You know, I've been lobbying for a consultant for a while. You went to Wharton, right?
Yes, I did. Wharton.
Did you have Professor Gumpart?
Of course, I love him. Yeah, not anymore.
Oh, wow. Wait, are you sure? Because, well, she and I, oh God.
Good morning, everyone.
Everyone takes their seats as Zoe enters.
Zoe, right?
Vice President of Global Skincare.
Skincare. Oh, wow.
Zoe hits a button on an iPad and dozens of skincare products appear on the interactive screens behind her.
Some of you have already heard our new mandate from on high to replace our existing moisture line with an organic alternative.
The audience mutters as Zoe meets Maya's eyes with a hard stare. Clearly, the change wasn't Zoe's idea.
Oh, wow.
It's already all natural.
Apparently, it needs to be more so.
By the end of this quarter, not possible.
We're not talking 100% green, just greener.
More groans until Anderson enters.
From the shrieks of wild enthusiasm, I take it Zoe's just broken the news.
He takes her hand.
You kidding me? He's old enough to be her
father.
He's her. Oh, wow.
You want to run this?
No. I just wanted to pop in and formally introduce our newest hire. Maya Vargas is an extremely accomplished consultant, and the new skincare direction was partially inspired by her feedback. Maya.
Briefly?
Sir, I think it's an inspired idea. End of the quarter is aggressive, but we're up to the challenge.
Excellent.
We'll get to brainstorming, though it might be helpful to hear Maya's game plan.
Sorry?
Yes, Maya. Tell everyone where you think the existing skincare line falls short.
Okay. Respectively, F&C was skewered when you tried to convince people Neutralis was some new hair growth product when it was basically repackaged shampoo. They felt scammed, so to repeat the pattern...
Excuse me, it's not the same.
You can't say all natural on the front of the bottle, then have a list of other chemicals on the back.
Felix, bespectacled and confident, chimes in.
All comfortably within FDA guidelines.
Well, people don't want to probably not get cancer from skin cream.
Launching an entirely new product line is almost triple the cost of evolving an existing one.
Okay, we're all on the same team. Same team here.
Maybe we shouldn't be. I mean, Ron and I will thread the needle on profitably organifying the current line, and Maya and Hildy can cook up something new. All green, within our profit margins.
Oh, Christ.
You want to compete?
What is it you always say? If there was no such thing as competition, there'd be no such thing as success.
Okay, you have 3 months. May the best woman win.
Zoe glares at Maya, then follows Anderson out of the room as Hildy and Ron exchange exasperated looks. Ron approaches Maya.
Welcome aboard.
He chuckles and walks off.
The first and most imperative step
As they walk along.
landing Felix.
Who's Felix?
The inventor of Vitalize.
I love Vitalize.
He's F&C's chief chemist. He's the best. He has a vision for the market and the chemistry.
Perfect.
Yeah, the rest of the science department is a bit too sciencey.
Ariana says.
I'm pretty sure I'm cooler than those guys.
Yeah, it's a toss-up. We can't do this without Felix.
Can we get him?
And he says.
No.
Gets up and walks out. Maya is incredulous.
Walt Benjamin is Felix's number 2 and an incredibly talented.
And Walt says, Walt Benjamin says, who sits there uneasily.
That's Felix.
Yeah, you know what? We're forget him. We're going with Rashad Obadwala. He's our latest hire out of Cornell.
And Rashad says, who's playing?
Sounds like a fascinating challenge. Count me out.
They are all out.
Okay, we're in a basement laboratory. Freight elevator opens and Maya and Ariana emerge. A cat walks quickly past.
What the hell? Was this guy on Hildy's list?
We've gone through her list. This is my idea.
Okay, I'll bite. What happened at Vanderbilt?
I'm sorry?
The statues.
Oh, well, I felt like there were girl statues trapped inside some of the boy statues, and 8 of the penises were way too many for Shakespeare's garden, so I sort of, kind of just whacked them off. I mean, knocked them off with a hammer. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wine coolers. My parents are pretty PO'd.
Maya nods, pretending that makes complete sense.
Hey, Nerys! Cersei, get your little butts back here.
Maya and Ariana walk towards the door where the voice came from, and inside the lab, we see cats in cages. Cats on play structures. One cat knocks over a bowl of food.
Wait, no!
Face Horowitz, disheveled, adds slices of chicken to a blender filled with other mystery meats and powders. He runs after a pair of cats that escape through a door.
Damn it! Oh.
Maya slowly turns to Ariana, who smiles sheepishly. We're in the cafeteria. Chase sits across the table from Maya and Ariana. He picks out a plate of mashed potatoes.
So you went from MIT to developing cat food?
Maybe I like cats.
Maybe Felix exiled him.
Maybe Felix is an ass panda.
Ariana catches his eye, pointing to her face. He's got a blob of potato above his lip. He wipes it the wrong spot.
Well, he joined up with Zoe.
Ariana shakes her head, points again. Chase wipes, smearing the potato across his lip like a pencil-thin mustache.
Everyone joined up with Zoe.
Except you. Is that because of Felix?
So here's your chance to beat his panda ass.
Reaches across and wipes the potato from his lip. Both he and Maya are startled.
Thank you.
Gross.
And there's a reason that didn't end up in the final cut. Tribeca. Joan and Maya get out of the cab with Maya's suitcases. Maya checks the address and looks up at the renovated building.
Wow.
Yep.
Inside the apartment, the elevator opens into the apartment with sight lines for both rivers. The furnishings are exquisite.
Okay, look, screw the kids. I'm moving in with you. He can learn to hunt or something.
What am I doing here? All of this is insane.
Joan
You're
wants
telling me. Gift cards, Bergdorf's. Oh, hello, lover.
They're for product research.
Holy S word. They stocked the fridge.
Holy what?
Odo got sent home yesterday for calling his teacher a dunt.
A what?
A dumb.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm endeavoring to set a better example. Okay.
She hands Maya a beer. They sip together as Joan opens a large envelope on the kitchen counter bearing Maya's name.
Have you seen him?
Him. Oh, Trey. Yeah, have I? Maybe I don't really remember.
You don't really what?
Nothing. Look, you know how it is. Word gets out that you guys broke up and he's a wounded fish and the sharks start circling and...
Already?
I mean, look, what does it matter? What does it matter? The guy wants a family and you never told him the truth. So.
Right. So telling him I'm screwed up because I gave her up when I was 16 is going to suddenly fix everything.
No, you're right. You know what? It's way, way better to lug your past around like a cross. You were a child, okay? You did the right thing. Oh, okay. Look, now, look what I've done now. I've put you in a funk about Trey.
I just don't belong here.
Okay, you know what? At least you can look the part. Unless, you want me to have them. I mean, it's so, that is so sweet. I'll just take these gift
Don't
cards.
even
Okay,
think about it.
We're in the F&C lobby as we tilt up from Maya's new shoes all the way up to her new Donna Karen outfit as she walks along with Hildy, Ariana, and Chase.
Oh, wow, you really do look different today. I mean, in a good way, not that you look bad.
Once again, less.
Okay, I think we should start by outlining the goal for our product.
They step into the elevator and the doors close. Inside, rising up the side of the tower, offering a dizzying floor-to-ceiling view of the city below. Maya's drawing on an iPad as Hildy and Chase look on.
Okay, let's start with our goal. Face cream, moisturizer, sunblock. They've got to be 100% organic.
Here we go.
It has to be profitable, and it needs to fill a hole in the market.
It needs a wow factor.
Well, why are you in the corner?
None of your business.
It's so not important.
The wow factor or the reason she's in the corner?
We need to approach this holistically. What do people really want? To be young.
To be thin.
To work underground.
To be loved.
Surprised by this, Ariana unclenches a single eye to look at him, but catches a glimpse out the window and nearly passes out before leaning her head against the door.
Great. All we have to do is invent a product that makes people young, thin, lovable, and subterranean. We can do this.
The doors open and Ariana falls through, out of sight. Comedy!
Honey.
We're in the skincare room. Doors open as Hildy and Maya and others are inside, which appears to be very bright, almost heavenly. Several aisles of shelving boast the world's most replete collection of skincare products, a myriad of bottles and jars from every country in every shape imaginable.
Wow.
Yeah, you should see the big room.
These are all the day creams, night creams, La Mer, Vermont, Borghese.
Supergoop, lip scrubs, under eye, over eye.
Everything relevant on the market.
Women like to be moist. Sure, right?
Grabs a tiny high-end bottle and a large pump jug of generic moisturizer.
But as an aside, you know the only difference between this jar and this jar? $500 and a pretty bottle. Otherwise, it's basically the same stuff.
Spoken like someone who makes cat food. Anyway, the first step is to have research put together a data package to show us the top sellers in each sector.
Why?
It's standard procedure in launching any new line.
I think we need to be in the stores, talking to the managers, looking at sell-throughs, rates of returns. If we're going to find a hole in the market, we need to find the hole in the market.
That's going to eat up a lot of time, and we only have 10 weeks.
Anderson appears.
There you are.
Mr. Clark.
Brushing up on the competition?
Yes, we're brainstorming. Anyway, what can we do for you?
I like to torture the employees now and again. Thought you might like to join us out at the yacht club.
The yacht club?
Since you coxed on the club team at Harvard, I thought you might show us a thing or two.
Off Maya. We're now in Oyster Bay. Zoe sits at the end of a four-man boat. Ron is in the stroke position facing her. Felix behind him.
I suck at this.
Beats that ziplining shit he made us do in the woods. I got into science, so I didn't have to go outside.
Suck it up, ladies.
Ariana and Hildy watch. And Ariana says...
Wait.
They're watching, and she says...
Go through? Weird. This is so exciting. Say less.
On the feather?
Maya, terrified at the coxswain, tries to mimic her.
On the feather?
Anderson sits facing her in the stroke position. Chase right behind him. Anderson smiles.
Now this is what I call team building. A little friendly competition to get the creative juices flowing.
My juices certainly are flowing, sir.
Who are you?
Chase, sir. I'm on Maya's project team. I was in cat food.
Oh, right. Zoe rode lightweight for Princeton. I never could beat you Crimson when she was there. Said you guys always had their number.
Well, we'll see if we still have that old Crimson magic.
Sit ready.
Shit's ready?
Damn right it is. Shall we power 20 from the start?
Of course.
Ready, all?
Gun goes off.
Power 20!
Both boats struggle off the line. No one's in danger of being mistaken for an actual rower here. Maya's team takes the lead, much to everyone's surprise.
They're pulling ahead.
Oh, damn it, Zoe.
I've got this.
Maya gets caught up in the exhilaration.
I've got this.
And as the boats go out of frame, we cut to black. We're in the Boathouse Club later, where a paramedic truck is parked with its cherries flashing. A couple of rowers have ice packs on their knees, heads, etc. Everyone is wet, in towels. Ariana and Hildy approach.
I so do not have that.
It's okay. We've had worse.
In the background, we see some of Zoe's team carry the broken half of their skull past camera.
Epic.
Anderson, Zoe, Ron, and Felix approach, each drying off with a towel.
Where to begin?
Oh, I can think of a couple of places.
It's funny, I thought I heard you call pull port as something different.
Really?
Flashback, Zoe is yelling in her megaphone.
Pull port.
Pulled pork.
What?
You want us to pull port?
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Boat shifts right.
The other right.
Maya's boat grazes a metal buoy, oars go flying. Ron and Zoe look right just in time to see the impact of Maya's boat slamming into theirs. Bodies, oars, upended rowers splash into the river, and we're back to...
It was hard to hear.
Yes, over all the screaming.
Most of it from Felix.
I just want to apologize.
I just have one thing to say. That was hilarious. Oh,
But Mr. Clark, the skull was
a piece of crap. Now we have an excuse to upgrade. I see you tomorrow, guys. God, I hope someone videoed that. That was some crazy shit.
Hey, Maya.
Hi.
Okay.
Coxswain my ass.
Exactly. First we go to work for his daughter, and then now we get this one. Something's bullshit about her.
Your dad is unique.
He's competitive to the point of occasional insanity, but it's made him who he is.
You worry about him?
I worry about some of his decisions since my mother passed away.
I'm sorry.
6 years. He hasn't been on a date or a single vacation. Although I finally talked him into putting the apartment on Zillow. He's always on me about having more of a life outside of work, and yet he can't see the same about himself.
I lost my parents young. My grandmother raised me until she died. After that, I ended up bouncing around foster care, which was not easy.
Is that why you never married or had kids?
Something like that.
Well, now that we've analyzed each other, I've got a big day tomorrow for a shot at initial prototypes. How are you guys coming?
We're close. Very close.
Close on Maya's eyes, suddenly snapping open, her face covered with a green cream mask.
Holy shit, what is that smell?
Oh, that's you.
What the hell? Oh my God, it's burning.
Maya runs to the sink and starts splashing water on her face.
Yeah, that's because it's 100% organic, as ordered.
Ugh, it smells like Chewbacca took a dump on my face.
Be honest now, don't hold back.
Ariana stands outside a drugstore entrance as people pass.
Hi, excuse me, can I ask you some questions about your daily skincare routine?
They ignore her. We're now outside of CVS with Hildy talking to a customer.
I see. So then what do you look for in a sunblock?
Back to Ariana.
Excuse me. Hi, can I just ask you? Okay. Have a nice day. Yeah.
Back to Hildy.
Okay, so as a woman who wears all the makeup, do you have any particular favorites?
The customer is slightly offended. Back to Chase's lab, where Maya's wiping her face with a towel.
The paraben chemicals are what make it smell better.
Can't do that. And what'll make a nicer color other than this vomit green?
Ethoxycinnamate.
Okay, dumb it down for me. How do we get rid of the chemicals and still make it look and smell nice?
Well, find a biopolymer and...
Dumber, more dumb.
If you don't want it to burn and smell like ass covered in bitch sauce, then we have to find the ingredients in nature.
Good. Start searching. Because we can't market this.
Outside the drugstore, Ariana approaches a dapper gentleman.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Can I just...
The man literally shoves past her. She turns angrily and trips him.
Oh my God, are you okay? That dickhead just kept going. Oh my God.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Wow. Ooh, your hands are so soft. What kind of moisturizer do you use?
We're in Ron's office. He's looking at Maya's resume on his desktop. He looks at her Harvard accomplishments and dials a number listed. Office of the registrar.
Yes, how do I verify someone who says they went to Harvard?
You have the name of the person and the year of graduation?
Yes, Maria Vargas, class of 96.
Vargas, Maria. Yes, she did, with honors, magna cum laude. You dick!
Excuse me?
We cut to Dilly's room at his college, Stanford. He's smoking pot playing Call of Duty with his roommate.
Sorry, admissions always gets excited when they can ding a scholarship candidate.
Okay, thank you.
Ron hangs up, then looks at another name on Maya's CV. Dilly screams at the video game, bouncing angrily on the couch. His phone lights up and falls, unseen to the ground. We see Ron's name appear on the phone screen, calling a new number with a prompt asking if Dilly wants to intercept the call. After a 5-second countdown, the call goes through. Edward Taylor's office.
Yes, is Mr. Taylor in? I have a quick question about a reference on a former employee.
Mr. Taylor is away until the 5th. I can have him return.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
We're in Maya's office. She's watching a YouTube video of the Fordham baseball team winning the Atlantic 10 Fall Championship. She smiles as she sees Trey in a locker room being interviewed amidst a group of celebrating players.
No, this is all about these guys. They came together as a team tonight. I'm just proud to be a part of it.
He suddenly gets doused with champagne.
That's cold.
Maya laughs and becomes wistful and starts to type an email when suddenly Hildy drops a stack of research on her desk.
What's this?
Research.
You did all of this in the field?
Sweet Jesus, no. We have wasted 6 weeks talking to wackadoo store to store. I ordered this from downstairs.
That's not how we're doing this.
And yet, it's how it's done.
Ariana reads.
Oh, wow. 120,000 responses, but no real consensus on anything.
Which is exactly the point. People don't know what they want. They want us to do the work for them so that they can pick the prettiest bottles and get on with their lives.
Maya, do you have a second?
Oh, sure.
Maya walks over to Zoe, leads her out into the hallway.
So we're looking at taking on a new Chinese distributor. Their CEO is in town and wants to meet me and Ron for dinner Thursday. His English is sketchy at best, and Dad thought you could help us out.
Okay.
Our go-to translator is on his honeymoon, and the only employee we have who speaks Mandarin is
me.
Maya's new apartment, Joan is howling with laughter. They're barely able to speak.
You are so butt fricked.
This is not funny, Joan. I almost killed people in a boat race, and now I'm gonna murder Mandarin. I do not speak Chinese.
Okay, just do a lot of nodding. Men never listen to us anyway.
I'm serious.
Okay. You know what? I've got an idea. Bulbous vet.
What?
Our cat's veterinarian. He's the nicest guy in the world, and he speaks Mandarin.
And how does that help me?
Okay, you know what? If this works, you owe me big time.
Here, Maya saying in perfect Mandarin,
我花多年没说中文文了，我的发音是马马虎。
okay, this is a bonus. We're in the restaurant and we hear her saying exactly what you just heard, but it is subtitled. And so Mr. Jiang says, so you understand our concerns.
We do. And I must say our team is very eager to familiarize you with our process in any way we can, sir.
And in subtitles, he says, call me Philip. Have you traveled extensively in China? We cut to a veterinarian's office where Dr. David Chow and his Chinese assistant are giving a check up to a male Weimaraner while listening to Maya's conversation and feeding her lines in Mandarin. Dogs howl in the background. It's mayhem for him to hear over this. And Dr. Chow says, okay, he's asking you if you have traveled extensively in China. Back in the restaurant, close on Maya's tiny earbud as she listens to the translation. And Maya says in Mandarin,
No, no, I haven't been so fortunate as of yet.
And Jiang says, you must come visit. Back to the vet's office. Now you say in Mandarin, he says this, I'd love to, then checks with the assistant, check its scrotum. Back to the restaurant.
I'd love to check its scrotum.
Of Jiang's confused look. Really feel for any swelling.
Really feel for any swelling. But yeah, I feel badly that we're leaving everyone out of this conversation. I'm sure your English is better than my Mandarin.
I suspect it might be.
We would love to schedule a tour for you and your colleagues to visit our facilities firsthand.
But of course, we have to wait until the deal is closed due to the proprietary nature of R&D.
As long as there is a signed non-disclosure agreement, I'm perfectly comfortable with allowing Mr. Jiang to tour.
You may not be aware, Zoe, but that directly contradicts company policy. I'm sure Mr. Jiang can understand that.
Mr. Jiang turns to Maya and in Mandarin says, I find Ron arrogant. What's his problem? We cut to the vet office, Dr. Chow looking at the dog's rear, and he tells his assistant, and Maya hears it and translates to,
his anal glands need milking.
Jiang stares at Maya for a beat, then laughs hysterically. I like her. And thank you, Zoe. I will gladly sign an NDA to tour the facility. Shall we order? We cut to the street. Zoe and Maya walk alone.
Thank you. That actually worked out great.
Ron didn't seem happy.
Ron is one of the reasons I hate this job sometimes. So, how's your project coming?
Honestly, slow. Wish I didn't open my big mouth.
Yeah, 100% organic is tough. I took a run at it a few years ago. You know, I still have a lot of data over at my dad's place. If you don't mind helping me dig for it, it might save you a few headaches.
That would be very helpful, actually.
It's the least I can do for you making Ron look like a dick.
We cut to Anderson's office. He's at his desk. Zoe pokes her head in.
What's up, Pop? I'm heading out to meet Maya over at the apartment.
Actually, that's why I wanted to see you.
Uh-oh, sounds serious.
Close the door.
Outside his office, through the window from the hall, we see Anderson start to tell Zoe something. She listens for a beat, then turns white. She steadies herself as he hands her a folder. She reads for a moment, then walks out. We cut to Anderson's apartment. Zoe answers the door. She appears shaken and looks at Maya as if a stranger.
Hey.
Hey.
They enter to find a beautiful apartment filled with moving boxes all around.
When's he moving?
Next month. My apartment's so tiny, so he lets me keep a lot of my junk here.
This place is... You grew up here?
Most of my life.
They walk down a hallway lined with striking black and white photos of people.
Wow.
Dad likes to collect them.
They pass a candid photo of young Zoe and a blonde woman.
That's your mother? Beautiful. She was blonde.
Yeah. I was adopted.
Maya nods. Zoe clocks this. We're in her bedroom later. The room is a shrine to her childhood. Boxes are filled with piles of dolls, stacks of books, and homework assignments.
Sorry about the mess. Dad saved everything.
He pulls out an old retainer.
Ugh, and I mean everything.
Maya smiles, pulls out a photo of Zoe dressed as Wonder Woman for Halloween with her 2 front teeth missing.
Oh my God, could you be any cuter?
This is the early stuff. First haircut, first tooth, first blanket. It's from my birth mother.
She hands a faded blanket to Maya, who takes it, her expression suddenly changing.
It came with this.
Zoe pulls out a faded envelope. Maya's face goes white, recognizing it.
It says, "Wherever you go,
I will always love you."
Zoe swallows hard. Tears fill her eyes as Maya trembles.
Oh my God.
You're my mother, aren't you?"
Maya backs away, overwhelmed.
Yeah, I just found out myself.
Moments before Maya can begin to compose herself.
Oh my God. How?
My dad, I'm completely pissed at him. I mean, for years after my mom died, I tried to find you. It was just a series of dead ends, and I sort of gave up, but apparently he didn't.
That was a good decision.
Yeah. I used to wonder what your voice sounded like.
Me too. Ask me anything.
Did you ever search for me?
The adoption agency advised me against it. They promised me that you were with a great family and that I shouldn't, but every time I see a little girl, I think, is that what Sarah looks like now?
You called me Sarah? Okay, so I'd have been Sarah Rosalina de la Santa Cruz de Vega Vargas.
You see why I shortened it?
In Central Park, walking.
Hey, can I ask, what about my father?
I met him at a party.
Does he know about me?
Oh, baby. I never even knew his last name. But he was the most beautiful boy I'd ever seen.
He was?
So sweet. I was 16 and basically on my own. But I knew you had to be born. Wasn't even a question.
They continue walking through the promenade in Central Park.
I left school, got 2 jobs, but I had no one to watch you. They were going to take you away, put you back in the system. I couldn't let that happen. So
It's okay. I think I know the rest. I mean, knowing that I was given up for adoption, you can't help but grow up with a sense of rejection.
Am I not good enough? Is there something wrong with me?
Exactly.
I would have done anything to keep you.
And you have no idea how much hearing that means to me. But then, when my mom died...
You must have felt like God was punishing you.
I know we haven't exactly gotten along, but I really admire you. You know, everything you've accomplished. You're kind of who I want to be when I grow up.
We're in Anderson's hallway. We pan across dozens of framed pictures of the Clarks. We see photos of Zoe as a toddler being carried by her adoptive mother, embraces, playing softball, out with her parents before the prom, standing only with her father after graduating from Princeton. There's love in every image. Reveal Maya standing alone, crying as she looks up at the photos. Everything she's missed in Zoe's life.
I found my old research. You okay? I took out the really good stuff because I'm still gonna kick your ass. Oh, and by the way, I don't think we need to tell anybody at work about this.
Agreed.
Good. Let's go. I'm starving.
Me too.
We're outside Dean and DeLuca's. This is a montage. We see Zoe and Maya eating, laughing. In the Hayden Planetarium, they're continuing to talk and walk. Then we see in the East River Promenade, they're jogging. Zoe steps on the gas, but Maya keeps up. Zoe smiles impressed, then leaves Maya in the dust. And finally, we're at Joan's house, living room at night. Joan walks in from the kitchen with a bottle of wine and tops off Maya's glass.
Okay, so that's where you've been. I mean, Jiminy Crickets.
For the love of God, please start cursing.
Okay, whatever. So tell me, what is she like?
I mean, it's so bizarre. Last week she was North Korea. Now, when I think of her, I can't stop smiling.
That's nice.
She wants to get to know me.
Shh. Oops.
No kidding. She wants us to make up for lost time.
That's great. It's great.
Not great. She also wants to meet my friends.
I would love to.
No, my friends from Harvard and the Peace Corps.
Yeah, who don't actually.
Yeah.
Oh, F word.
We're at Michael Jordan's in Grand Central Station. Anderson sits at lunch across from Maya and Zoe.
I'd like to explain myself to both of you.
No, you don't have to.
Oh, yes, he does.
We used to say Zoe got her spirited streak from her mother. Now we know that was only half true. When Zoe started looking for you, I didn't know if it was healthy or not, but she wasn't exactly asking my permission. After a while, she just gave up, and something went out in you. I know what your mother would have said. Fix it, Andy. So I kept the feelers out. And suddenly, there you are. There you were, online. It's impressively so. I had no idea if you'd want to connect with Zoe, and I couldn't risk her being rejected. So I brought you in under the guise of an interview to suss you out, and you were great. I would have hired you without this connection. Then Zoe walked in, and seeing the two of you banging heads together, I just...
Manipulated us?
Perhaps. Though I wasn't the one who suggested the competition, but one day, God willing, you'll understand the lengths a parent will go to for their child. I didn't lie, though, to both of you. For that, I'm sorry.
Maya thinking about what coming clean, but before she can decide, we hear familiar voices.
Maya? Is that Maria Maya Vargas? What
Big
are the
Aunt
odds?
Susie and John.
What are the odds?
We were just on our way to the alumni social for Norton.
Wharton. Zoe Anderson, these are my old friends from...
Harvard. Susan Kennedy, distant relation.
Joan. London, there's no relation. We did some time in the Peace Corps.
Big Aunt, also no relation. We save whales.
So you're Maya's little girl. She's totally got your eyes.
Aren't you ladies going to be late for the mixer?
Perhaps a tad.
Though one needs to be properly lubricated.
We just stopped in for a couple spritzes and a tinkle. I'm a wealthy divorcee.
Well, that doesn't turn him on. Okay. So we must go. Philanthropy never waits.
Always saving something.
I thought you said it was an alumni social.
We wanted to give the men a reason to put their tuxes on.
Before we gave them a reason to take them off. Huh? Huh?
Oh, that's wonderful. It's nice to meet you, ladies.
Yes, it's lovely to finally meet some of Maya's friends.
We're on the High Line. Maya and Joan walk silently.
She seems nice.
Yeah,
So pretty, too.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the bug up your ass.
Come on, Joan. Save the whales? Really?
Okay, look, she nailed it in rehearsal. We were helping, okay? You coming to my birthday, right?
Of course. I just wish you'd asked.
Yeah, you said she wanted to meet your friends. So what? So what? Suddenly we don't exist anymore? Be careful, Maya. Don't confuse your new Facebook thing with who you really are.
My daughter thinks I'm this amazing person. What do you want me to do?
Try telling her the truth.
You don't understand. That would kill her. Maybe once we've gotten to know each other more.
It's funny, you once said the exact same thing to Trey.
That's a shitty thing to say.
If the shite fits.
You have no idea what it's been like. You have no idea how many times a day I still think about her. Is she okay? Is she happy? Is she even alive? And now you're right. You're right. I found her and it's all messed up. I'm a mess. And I hate the lie, but I have to be the person she thinks I am, or I'll probably lose her. And I can't survive that again.
You act like you don't have a choice.
I don't.
Okay, well, you know what? It's just too bad she won't get to meet the old Maya. She was an amazing person.
Joan walks off. We're in Maya's apartment. Maya sits alone. Several iterations of her organic product and stacks of data lie on the coffee table. Unable to concentrate, she leans back, looking around the disheveled apartment, her life seemingly less in control. We're in a bodega. Maya emerges with 2 sandwiches. Justin shouts goodbye from inside, telling her to visit more often.
I was kind of irregular.
When?
Maya leads Zoe across the street towards her bench.
We used to sit here. You would sleep or nurse while I was trying to figure out our next move.
We were homeless?
There was a while where we didn't have our own place. I mean, I tried, but...
It's okay.
I said goodbye to you here. I kissed you for the last time. December 23rd.
Flashback of the note going into the baby's blanket. The baby's hand clings to the armrest until young Maya's fingers peel it away. They walk off. We dissolve back to Maya unconsciously rubbing the same spot on the armrest.
It's not exactly my favorite time of year.
Well, maybe we should fix that.
Music up. Doors burst open. Maya tumbles in, laughing, followed by a large Christmas tree. Zoe laughs in the hallways. They make several attempts to fit the tree through the threshold. We're in Maya's office. Maya enters to find Hildy and Ariana.
Hey guys, what's up?
We've got some good news.
And some of the other stuff.
First, the good news.
She sets a stack of research on her desk.
I found a hole in the market.
Fruit.
Not just any fruit.
Tangerine.
No one's done it. Our data shows that there's a 37% increase in sales of any cream with a featured citrus component.
But it comes with a price.
How much of a price?
Ariana closes her eyes, bravely inches her way over to Maya's desk, holding out a spreadsheet because she's near the window.
For the love of God.
Grab the spreadsheet.
To make all 3 products entirely green with tangerine extract, it'll cost 13% more than Zoe and Ron's line.
Well, can we get it down?
Change often comes at a cost.
But the game was to make a new line that was more profitable, not less.
We could always ask for more time.
Then we're admitting we couldn't do what we said we would.
No. What you said we could. At least this way they may not fire us.
Maya knows she's painted herself into a corner. We're at the value shop, double M's. Back room overflows with the folks. Maya walks in.
Oh, look who stopped getting her high horse off.
You mean off her high? You know what? Never mind.
I know what I mean, Joni.
What's wrong?
They fired you?
Any day now. 9 weeks of work and they just...
Well, everything happens for a reason, right? You with your daughter again.
Who's drop dead, by the way?
Thank you, guys. Thanks for the other day. It was a little pathetic, but very sweet. Mostly pathetic.
No, I know. It's my fault. I went with whales. I should have said frogs. I really got to listen to my gut more.
Me too. I let myself get talked into data and spreadsheets when I should have just stuck with what got me there. There's just so many products.
Oh my God, tell me about it. You got your under eye cream, you got your face cream, your hand cream, which for some reason always ends up in my son's room.
Mine too.
You're right, though. There's so much competition, too much noise.
When there's too much noise in the car from the kids screaming, I lay on the horn. Eee! Shuts them right up.
If only there was a skincare equivalent.
Of what?
One thing that cut through the noise, one thing to... Oh my God, that's it.
What?
You guys are amazing. I love you. I gotta go.
He runs out. Joan shakes her head, disappointed in Maya.
Hey, Susie, you realize with the horn thing, your kid's ducked down in the back seat and you look like a crazy bitch driving along with your horn blowing, right?
We hear Chase.
One product?
We're on a subway car. Maya's on the phone screaming at him.
Yes, that does the job of all three.
Well, that would definitely cost less, but we should run it by Hildy to check with research.
That's what got us into this mess in the first place. Look, I got a good feeling about this. We're making one product that does everything, rejuvenates, blocks the sun, moisturizes the whole body. I mean, think about it. How ridiculous is it that we have a different cream for every body part? It's stupid.
So I can use it on my face and my jock itch?
Okay, for you, there'll be 2 creams.
On Madison Square Park, Christmas decorations abound as Maya and Chase eat hot dogs.
My SPF formulas that block the sun can be toxic if you leave them on overnight. Plus, we only have 3 weeks left.
Isn't there a natural compound that gives sun protection and isn't toxic?
You're talking a biopolymer with a sun-resistant organic component?
Yes.
No.
Shit.
What?
The Christmas party. Let's go. We can brainstorm afterwards.
I can't.
Why not?
I'm not invited. Execs only.
Give me a break. You're my date. Ariana too. It's on top of the building. It's on the top floor. She'll be thrilled.
We're at bar 65 at 30 Rock. F&C execs, holiday parties in full swing. Maya in a black dress, hair up, comes in with Chase, who's stuffed into an ill-fitting suit. Maya can tell he's nervous.
You okay?
Another reason I don't mind the banishment to cat food. Not good at these things.
Chase grabs a glass of wine.
Why did Felix banish you?
Well, the whole Neutralis scandal was Felix's idea. He wanted me to hide the fact that we were repackaging shampoo as a hair growth product, but I wouldn't do it.
So he let you keep your job if you kept quiet, but sent you to Siberia. So why didn't you quit?
Because that's what he wants.
Maya sees Felix at the bar with Ron, who raises a drink. Maya smirks back.
Team Green's in the house.
Zoe, wow, you look amazing.
Thanks. Pretty fine your damn self.
Awkward hug.
I love that ring.
It's my grandmother's, the one thing she left me.
All my grandmother left me was a plant.
Well, I seem to have found the cool crowd and 2 of the most beautiful people here.
Thank you. Right.
I'm getting a drink.
Shall we?
They start to dance as Felix sidles up to Chase.
I believe the party for the lower level employees is down at the Chili's.
Actually, it's at Applebee's, but I came with Maya.
Huh, well, yeah, enjoy this while you can. You'll be back in cat food soon enough.
I gotta go.
Ta-ta for meow.
Ignoring Felix, he walks over to her.
You look pretty awesome.
Thank you.
I'm actually surprised you made it off the elevator.
Yeah, I just barfed into my purse.
I see. Do you trust me?
Of course.
Starts to undo his tie, leading her away from the dance floor. As they pass Felix, Chase hands him the purse.
Hold this for a sec.
And Chase says,
hold this for a sec.
Hold this for a sec. Confused, Felix reaches for the purse's zipper. Wrapped on the dance floor, Anderson and Maya dance. She is preoccupied.
You okay? She doesn't really belong here, you know. She left college to join me at the company. I should have let her, but we were both hurting, and but now she needs to go and live a life.
I'm frozen.
Go back to art school and forget about the old man for a while.
I'm back.
She went to art school?
You've been to the apartment.
Those portraits were hers?
Cynthia and I used to joke about which of us she got her talent from.
You both did an incredible job with her.
She's the love of our lives.
Hail to the chief. Congratulations on China.
Apparently your dinner went well. Jang was so impressed with our facilities, he wants to make the deal.
Yeah, once I set him up with a tour, I was certain he'd be in.
Wait a second, that was...
Mind if we cut in?
He partners with Maya while Hildy somewhat giddily dances with Anderson.
I underestimated you.
Oh, did you?
You're a much bigger scumbag than I gave you credit for.
Really? Because I have an inkling you are too. Anyway, we completed our project this afternoon.
That's impossible.
Is it?
He turns to see Zoe and their team making a victory toast.
Ah, Sammy Weisskopf, look what the cat dragged in.
If it isn't the world's second worst poker player.
I live in your shadow. How did security let you up here?
Oh, I may have had a hand in it, sir. Thank you for coming, Sam. Of course, you know Miss Vargas from her years at Value Shop.
I can't say that I do.
I consulted locally. You've built a great business, Mr. Weisskopf. You should be proud.
Song Uptown Funk starts to play.
Does anyone else find it strange that...
I love this song.
She whips him away, disguising it as a dance move. We're outside on the observation deck, and Chase has blindfolded Ariana and is leading her out.
We're outside? Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's fine. It's fine. Here, I've got you.
He wraps his arms around her. She clings to his shirt.
I'm going to take the blindfold.
Nope.
Now, when I do, just look only at me.
Okay, but can I say something?
Of course.
You don't need to pull some Titanic bullshit to get close to me.
Oh, good. I kind of hate that movie. That door she was floating on at the end?
Yeah, they had room for both of them.
Exactly.
Do you mind if we move this talk inside?
Inside on the dance floor, Maya and Ron dance. He's not bad, but struggles to keep up.
What's your story, Ron?
Oh, my story?
I lean towards the nurture side of the whole evolution thing.
Meaning?
Assholes aren't born, they're made. Who made you an asshole, Ron?
Oh, I come from an extremely long
None of them heard of Tic Tacs either.
I don't really care how you got here, Maria Vargas. But once everyone realizes what a disaster you and your non-existent product are, I guarantee you will be a fast memory.
She suddenly dips him, holding him in the air several inches off the ground.
What did you say?
You're a disaster.
That's it.
She drops him and runs off. Chase and Ariana coming up from the observation deck. Before he can talk, she grabs him around the waist and smiles.
So we're clear. I'm a little kinky.
Okay.
They kiss. She bites his lower lip. He yelps.
We should start thinking of a safe word.
Chase, we gotta go now.
Subway platform, Maya and Chase walk through the crowded car.
I cannot believe Weisskopf didn't recognize me.
What are you talking about? Where are we going?
It's like in a different uniform, they look right through you. Come on, answer. Shit, his voicemail's full. Looks like we'll have to bust in. Look, I'm sorry, I'm rambling.
If you could give some context.
I realized something at the party. Out of the biggest disasters, there can still be hope.
Which disaster are we talking about?
Hiroshima.
How much did you have to drink?
When I was a little girl, my grandmother told me this story. After we dropped the bomb, the military sent a team to Japan to make sure the radiation had depleted. The only thing they found that hadn't been destroyed was one single living tree.
You're still wondering about your alcohol intake.
The leaves were already growing back. A month later, it flowered. The citizens built a temple around it, and the soldiers took clippings from it. One of those soldiers was my grandpa.
Okay. What kind of tree was it?
Silver ginkgo.
We're outside Trey's house. Maya and Chase cross the street.
After returning home, my grandpa planted his clipping and grew a tree for my grandmother.
They ring the doorbell, knock, nothing.
And it's resistant to radiation.
She tries the two front windows.
AKA the sun.
She climbs the lattice to the second story.
We're breaking in? You know they have ginkgo trees in Central Park.
Not the same kind. That's my plant in there. I used to lose my keys all the time.
She jumps over the railing and lands on the balcony. Inside, upstairs, she climbs in. It's different. After a moment, she picks up the potted plant.
Thank you, Abuela.
Back outside.
Give me a minute.
She hands Chase the ginkgo and begins scribbling a note, takes a leaf off the tree and is about to put it back inside when Trey pulls up to the curb. Maya smiles when she sees him until the blonde woman gets out of the car. They're laughing. He puts his arm around her and they walk to the front door. Off Maya, who turns abruptly and walks away, clearly hurt. Chase follows, no idea what's going on. We're on a subway car. Chase exits the train, leaving Maya alone. Sad music plays, the ginkgo plant in her lap. She opens the Instagram on her phone, finds Trey's feed, and scrolls back in time just until she sees her image. She taps the image, opening a video of herself sitting at Trey's dining table, poring over a stack of papers.
Here's Maya, 5 days out. Now, if you look carefully, you can see smoke rising from her brain.
Stop it.
She turns the camera around and comes up behind her so he can see him rest his chin on her shoulder.
Tell us, Maya, what is the first thing you're going to do after you get promoted?
Fire my annoying boyfriend.
I am so sorry. I have tenure and my union will not allow it.
He starts kissing her neck. She squeals. The image gets knocked away. She drops the phone. We cut back to Maya scrolling forward on the train. Shot of the two of them. And she puts the phone down, looking out the window as the train heads back into the city. Next morning, Maya is preoccupied in her office as Hildy stands in front of her, Chase and Ariana.
As the ancient proverb says, man makes plans and then the big man takes the poop on them. N'est pas?
Yeah, I don't think that's how it goes.
So you're leaving us for Ron?
It's not because everyone thinks you're delusional to try and invent a whole new product with 3 weeks to go. It's just Ron is moving up next cycle and I'm going to shadow him. Besides, working with...
Say less.
Slams the door.
Oh, God, that felt good.
We're in a lab. A chemist carefully grinds leaves before feathering them into a mixer filled with churning green emulsion.
What if it doesn't work?
You're screwed.
It ain't over till it's over.
You just sports metaphored him. How long could this take?
To be honest, it could take a lifetime.
Honest, you're kind of annoying. Hey, Maya, we got this.
Lab, music montage, a couple of cats mill about the background as a technician levels and pours a scoop of leaves into a mixer. Solution churns into a ruddy oil. He shakes his head and removes his latex gloves. Ariana gives him a blistering look and a new pair of gloves. Frightened, he puts them back on. Conference room, Maya, exhausted, works with several design execs on the bottle shape and design. A fresh cup of coffee is placed in front of her. Maya looks up to see Zoe, who smiles as she walks out, letting Maya go back to work. Back in the lab, the technician scoops a new brownish sample onto the table. Ariana winces as she sniffs.
I mean, I like that smell, but I don't think anyone else.
Media room, Ron is doing a PowerPoint in front of Zoe, Felix, and a few other members of his team. A smoothie is placed in front of Zoe. She looks up to see Maya returning the favor, smiling as she leaves. Ron looks at Zoe, confused. Back in the lab, exhausted, Chase walks up and finds another small sample of brown batch in a lump on his papers. He looks up at the technician. What the fuck? Technician shrugs. Then Chase draws his gaze to one of the cats, which just stares back at him. You see what that means? Okay. The lab, Chase and Ariana sleep on the lab tables. She's curled up beneath his chin like a child. Finally, Central Park, Maya and Zoe jogging again, but this time Maya steps on the gas. Zoe laughs and catches up. Maya's tiring, looking at her.
You suck.
Oh, what?
They zoom ahead effortlessly. Back in the lab, Chase spreads a white cream across a gray plate. The technician wearing heavy UV glasses sets another plate of cream beneath another array of solar lamps. Chase looks up from his glasses, finds Ariana wearing them while tanning beneath the solar lamp. He taps her. She startles awake. With everyone wearing glasses now, Chase takes a breath and flips a switch. All of the simulators bloom with UV light.
They're glowing. Holy shit, they're glowing. Wait, what does that mean?
We're in the F&C hallway. Maya walks, choosing from a list of names. Finally, she throws her pen in frustration as Ron falls in beside her. And Ron says,
Everything okay over here?
What do you need?
Oh, no hard feelings with Hildy jumping ship.
You didn't get my thank you note?
He smiles and peels off. Maya looks concerned. Chase and Ariana rush up.
What? What? Okay, what?
Hallway. Ron stops at the elevators. From a distance, he hears Maya and Ariana and Chase screaming.
They all break eventually.
He steps onto the elevator. In Maya's office.
Okay, the presentation's tomorrow.
We need a wow factor. And I've got an idea.
Boardroom filled with technicians, execs, and assistants. Members of the board sit in the front row.
We tasked 2 teams with 2 different challenges. Zoe's team set out to create a slightly more organic alternate to an existing product line, while Maya's task was to create a completely new one, totally green line. Zoe.
You asked us to repurpose 1 organic line. We made 2. Skincare.
And makeup.
It was a real group effort.
Are these numbers right?
Yes. And with minimal cost, we made our product 6% more natural than our previous line.
We estimate we can raise our price per unit by 4% and increase our annual skincare revenue by $23 million.
Room applauds. Hildy takes this in, satisfied.
Very impressive. Maya, your ball.
Well, my partners, Chase Peterson, Ariana Ng, and I have challenged ourselves to think outside the box. And in keeping with that theme, we'd like to move our presentation outside.
Zoe, Ron, and the rest look confused, but we're in Central Park. A display table covered with a tablecloth has been set up underneath a ginkgo tree with a big desktop computer screen. The board members as well as Zoe's team watch, intrigued as they stand adjacent to the road. Before Maya begins, Ariana leans into Maya and whispers,
Everything's ready.
Okay, but I still don't think we need the,
Please, a wow factor.
Maya looks at Ariana, then Chase. She smiles with a reassurance and nods. Maya then turns to the group.
We're standing beneath this tree for a special reason. Customers are always looking for something natural and real, but they are confused by the amount of choices out there. Words like paralyzed, confused, lost kept popping up in our research. We use 1 bar of soap for our whole body. Why is our face subdivided?
Because we can make more money.
Board members laugh.
I think F&C has an opportunity to double our market share by giving people what they want and what they need. One organic product that does it all. And that product comes from a ginkgo tree similar to this one.
She pulls a leaf off the tree as Ariana uncovers a small jar on the table with a simple ginkgo leaf logo.
All in one ginkgo cream. We estimate we can raise our price per unit by 9% and increase our annual skincare revenue by 63 million. It's a revolutionary idea that we think
Chase pulls back the tablecloth so that Ariana can reach into a cage filled with doves.
is really going to take off
Ariana and Chase grab several of the cute birds.
and signify a new era in skincare.
They release the doves that start flying out into the park, then circle.
A product that will naturally and delicately make our beauty soar.
The doves swoop back over the group and out to the road where a truck drives by and smacks into them an explosion of white feathers. Off the horrified looks, Ariana says,
Wow.
Any questions?
we're at McGinley's Bar. Downtown Woodside, been around for decades. Inside, full swing, Joan's birthday. People are drinking, shouting, dancing. Maya walks in, greeted by Susie and Big Ant.
Whoa, she's here.
You owe me $5.
So, did the presentation go good?
Define good.
Did they like it?
Yeah, until Peter came.
Who's he?
NTM.
You're home. How's Stanford?
Yeah, tell her. Tell her. I can't.
Why waste 4 years on a piece of paper that says, I know how to do what I already know how to do? She's totally looks at me.
She doesn't want you to wind up like me.
Talking about, you're slaying it.
We're only allowed so many bad decisions still. Dropping out now kneecaps your ability to make good ones.
Back.
Hey, I was hoping to see you.
You look different.
Is that bad?
Thank you all for coming to celebrate the only Christmas birthday that actually matters.
Oh, JK Jesus, you know you're my boo.
Can we talk?
She motions to go outside. Trey nods and follows. Outside.
Look, there's something I never told you.
About your daughter? Yeah. Joan told me. You know, all those conversations we had about family, but I should have known.
I was ashamed. I wasn't good enough to. I should have told you.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have. You know, at least give me a chance to have some kind of feeling about it. Maya, you let me fall in love with a version of you. And no relationship built on a lie can ever survive.
Then we hear
Hi, honey.
reveal Claire, 40, the pretty, confident blonde woman from earlier, comes out from the bar and hands him his beer.
They don't have real Guinness, so hi, hello.
Maya, Claire.
Oh, nice to meet you. Trey talks about you a lot. Congratulations on all your success.
Thanks. Well, I better.
Phone rings.
I'll see you, okay?
Trey walks Claire back into the bar, then turns at the door.
You've always been good enough, Maya. You're the only one that ever doubted that.
Maya watches him disappear. Then she answers the phone.
Hello? What? Now?
Anderson's office later. Maya rushes in.
I can't believe you're still here. Is everything okay?
It could have waited until Monday, but then I wouldn't be able to say this in person. And you wouldn't have the weekend to prepare your speech.
Speech.
He extends his hand.
The board unanimously voted to endorse your product.
Oh my God! Even with the whole bird thing?
I've never seen a dove explode before. Although Dove is one of our biggest competitors, so in a way it made sense.
Zoe enters.
Congratulations. Except for the donation we'll have to make to the National Dove Society, you're going to help make this company a lot of money. And that's good for all of us.
We want you to present at our distributors conference on Monday.
It's a big deal. It's streamed online. Business Weekly, Forbes, Fortune, they all cover it.
Wow.
And there's one more thing.
We don't want you to consult anymore. We want you to work with us permanently. We can discuss it all on Monday. But excellent work today, Maya. Welcome to the family.
They leave.
Want to celebrate?
Out on the street, they walk in silence. Maya's lost in tumbling thoughts.
What's the matter? You should be ecstatic.
I am. It's been a crazy few weeks.
For both of us.
So you're quite the photographer. Why didn't you tell me the portraits in the apartment were yours?
God, I haven't touched a camera in 5 years.
Do you miss it?
Sometimes. But my dad needs me.
He needs you to be happy. Have you thought about going back to school?
We just found each other.
We can still...
It's in London.
Oh. Well, I still think you should go.
Why?
Because it's time, Zoe.
Came out more maternal command than she intended, but Zoe loops her arm through Maya's and they continue walking.
If you're wondering where your artistic talent comes from, the only thing I'm good at taking pictures of is my thumb.
Well, that happens. Lucky for me, I've got great thumbs.
Those you got from me.
Just so you know, I can't remember the last time I was this happy.
She lays her head on Maya's shoulder as they walk. You see New York Street, Maya walks lost in her own world. Flashbacks of the double M's applauding her exit from the Value Club. Joan and Maya jumping on her bed, laughing. Zoe and Maya decorating the Christmas tree together, and back to Zoe on her bench, lost in thought. F&C hallway, Ron is walking when his cell rings.
Yes, okay, put him through. Hello, Mr. Taylor.
Yes, Mr. Ibsen. So sorry for the delayed response. I've been doing a lot of traveling the past few weeks.
No, that's quite all right.
I got your message, and I have to say, I'm a bit confused. We never have had a Maria Vargas work here before.
Really?
Absolutely. As far as Maybelline is concerned, that person never existed.
Franz, look, we cut to the auditorium. Rigged with television cameras to stream online, the auditorium is filled with several hundred people. Ariana and Chase hold hands in the crowd.
What did you mean? Hey, Ariana, what did you mean?
What did I mean?
Yeah, when you said...
Yes.
You know, that you're kinky.
Oh, that it's just something I say. Or is it?
On the stage, set up like an Apple keynote, Zoe walks out to the podium with the logo in the background. Anderson sits in the front row as the crowd applauds.
My father would normally be making this introduction, but because of special circumstances, he is, for once, allowing someone else to get a word in.
Laughter.
In a world of increasing competition and decreasing profits, sometimes you need a fresh perspective. Isn't that what you always say, Dad?
When I can get a word in.
So we hired a woman who has achieved success not by going by the book, but trusting her gut. Someone not afraid to tell the truth, even if that truth hurts. Ladies and gentlemen, Maya Vargas.
On screen, a beautifully designed jar with a ginkgo leaf logo. Maya walks on stage to applause just as Ron enters the auditorium. He spots Anderson in the crowd and makes his way toward him to tell him the news.
Thank you, Zoe Anderson. Thank you for giving me a chance. A lot of people are never given a chance because they can't afford the right education or never got a degree that would open the right doors. And you're correct, Zoe. Maybe I did get where I am today because I wasn't afraid to tell the truth, even if it hurts. And the truth is, the truth is,
Ron is almost to Anderson. In the value shop, Joan and the double M's watch the TV in the electronics section.
Ooh, here we go.
She looks really, she looks so good. I agree.
Yeah.
Back in the auditorium.
a lie. For the past 7 years, I was assistant manager at the local value shop in Ozone Park.
Double M's cheer.
Yeah.
Back to the auditorium, Ron stops in his tracks and looks at Maya, beaten to the punch, but still a bittersweet victory. People react. Anderson looks confused. Maya looks at Zoe.
I invented my resume, my degrees, and my accomplishments.
What?
Holy cow.
Oh, yeah.
It's what I thought I needed to do to get in the door. I thought none of you would have looked at me if you knew the truth.
Weisskopf in the crowd, dawning on him who she is.
So I gave you a version of me. But no relationship built on a lie can ever survive. Not with coworkers, not with customers, not with consumers, never with the people you love.
Trey watches from his kitchen on his iPhone, smiles, proud. Back to the auditorium.
So, for better or worse, I have to be who I really am. And I'm Maya Davia from Ozone Park. That's the real me.
And Hildy says,
Unmute. This is so embarrassing. How fun.
commotion builds in the audience. Maya looks at Anderson.
What I did was wrong. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have lied to any of you. But the product isn't a lie. It's amazing. Chase, Ariana?
Chase and Ariana, stunned, shuffle down their road to the aisle, pushing past the equally stunned Hildy and Felix, and take the stage.
It's all yours.
Maya leaves Chase and Ariana to face the crowd. Behind the podium, Ariana pinches his ass. Maya walks off the stage, approaches Zoe, and is about to speak, but Zoe shakes her head and walks away. We cut to Maya's apartment. She looks around her Manhattan apartment for the last time. She takes her suitcase and walks out the door. But just outside, she emerges, surprised to find Anderson outside.
Morning.
Here's the key.
I was rather hoping you'd keep it.
That's unbelievably nice of you, but
Can I walk you?
He takes her suitcase handle and rolls behind him as they head down the sidewalk.
She's not that angry. Neither of us are.
yeah, I find that hard to believe.
Have a little more faith in yourself. Besides, I lied first, remember?
So we didn't lie.
I'm not asking you to stay because I feel sorry for you.
I appreciate that.
In fact, I'm suddenly in need of a new vice president. And I have this crazy idea that sales should have a greater role in product development.
That's a good idea, but you're right. I haven't had enough faith in myself since I can remember. I feel like I should find out once and for all what I'm capable of.
That sounds like a great idea. We're family, Maya. Let me know if there's anything that I can do for you.
What vice president?
I'm sorry?
You need a new vice president because
You're not the only one who's found some faith in herself.
art school?
She flew to London this morning.
Good for her.
As they walk, we hear a voiceover.
Dear Zoe, I know that many people believe in fate, and trust me, there are many times I wish I was one of them.
Maya rides on the subway. We continue to hear.
I believe we create our own fate, that our lives are shaped by a series of choices.
Joan checks Zillow on her iPhone, leading Maya to a crappy apartment with a for rent sign. Maya sadly turns to her best friend and hugs her.
One decision leading to another, bringing us times of great joy or years of regret.
In a coffee shop in London, we see Zoe read Maya's letter.
In the end, it's up to us. We get to write our own story. I've made some spectacularly awful choices in my life, and 2 good ones. Alongside giving birth to you, the best decision I ever made was to give you up.
In Anderson's apartment, he is carrying the last box out from Zoe's room. He looks around sadly, then walks out into the hall.
Because you never would have become you if it weren't for your parents.
Maya, Joan, and the double N's are being led through an empty warehouse with a realtor.
And because you're exactly the person I'd like to be when I grow up.
Zoe hangs a photo on a string tacked to the ceiling in her apartment in London.
You will always be the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm sorry I messed it up. Again.
We're 1 year later inside a warehouse that has been redesigned into the mondaymoms.com.
Monday Moms, hold please.
Inside, Joan supervises several of the Monday Moms fulfilling orders from their online site. Maya is being interviewed by a reporter from Business Week.
We created a nationwide system to allow customers to shop for groceries locally from home. And all it takes to join is an email address.
And $20.
You created an online store specifically designed for each member.
Our clients can use even their phone to pick up a specific cut of meat, a prepared salad, the 3rd lemon from the back. My godson created the app between finals. Works here when he's not at Stanford. He's a genius.
He's not alone. You basically said to Value Shop, we're going to build a better mousetrap.
And we said we'd like to partner.
He's our little angel investor. We negotiated some points on a convertible debt. It's a really cute deal.
It's quite an accomplishment. Must be incredibly satisfying.
Maya is about to answer yes, but it dies on her lips. We're cut to Joan's house later that night. Joan, Maya, Dilly all laugh over spaghetti dinner. Otto sits at the end, drowning his PB&J in tomato sauce.
We spend half our lives looking back, wishing, if only we'd done it differently.
Trey comes in, carrying the ginkgo tree. He says an awkward hello and points to a note from Maya attached to the ribbon on the tree, then motions for Maya to have a moment alone.
Chosen smarter. Not made so many mistakes.
Inside the kitchen, Trey holds Maya's note in his hands.
Really mean all this?
Ask me anything.
Okay. Are you?
Yes.
You don't even know what I'm going to ask you.
Whatever it is, the answer is yes.
You really lose your daughter again?
Yes.
You ever lie to me again?
Yes. But that's the last time.
Maya, you ready to have a family?
You're my family. So yes.
They're about to kiss when they hear the floorboards squeak and look to see Joan, Dilly, and Otto staring at them from the dining room doorway.
Sorry.
They disappear.
But the truth is, our mistakes don't limit us. Only our fears do.
We're on the East River where we see Zoe jogging alone.
And as unpredictable as this journey has been, I'm glad it finally led me back to you.
Zoe stops. We see her POV. It's Maya in her running attire waiting for her.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I missed being here.
So, you got your degree. Now what?
I don't know. I thought I'd go for a run. You up for it?
I'd like that a lot. I'm Maya Devia.
I'm Zoe Clark. Nice to meet you.
Angle on a nearby parked car where Joan, Otto, Susie, and Big Ant crouch down, trying not to be seen.
I'm gonna cry.
You guys are freaking pussies.
What? It's progress.
Zoe starts to jog. Maya joins her.
This time I won't be so easy on you.
Bring it.
They begin to run, mother and daughter, together again.
Every day you wake up and have a second chance to do whatever you want, to be whoever you want. The only thing stopping you is you.
End movie. Yay. Thank you guys. You're amazing. I'm now looking at you for the first time. I had my script in front of me.
Same.
Thank you all very much. That was wonderful for doing this. My old friends, thank you for joining us. My new friends, thank you for doing this. And yeah, hope we make a dent in this 3D printed school in Madagascar. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Happiness.
It's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
It really is.
I agree.
It's brilliant.
Glad to
Thank
be a
you,
part of
Maggie.
it.